Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we're poor at being famous masters of art, but mostly we're poor at being unfamous masters of art. Actually, we're just poor at making art. I'm Isaac.
And my name is Benj. And today we're doing something we've actually done previously.
A couple of years ago,
We're gonna give each other a famous piece of art to recreate.
we're not gonna give it. I'm not giving you this piece of art. I wouldn't.
Yeah, you're giving me the title.
You wouldn't hang it if I
and
did.
maybe a little bit of a description or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah.
We're not gonna describe the picture. This isn't like what we've done with Star Wars Species or the sketch artists in the past. We're not gonna describe in detail. We're just gonna say, generally speaking, what it is and the title.
So
what am I drawing here, Isaac?
you were drawing a painting called. Well, okay. So here's the hard thing. I'm gonna tell you the artist also, right?
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
So this is
In case we maybe know something about
See, last time we did this, I picked a Picasso, and it was truly terrifying. The Woman. If you don't know what The Woman is by Pablo Picasso, go look it up, and you'll see the nasty pig lady thing.
Or watch our episode.
Yeah, watch our episode about it. That's even worse. Today, though, we are going to take a Picasso drawing. So here's the complicated thing about this drawing. It seems like Picasso stole the drawing. This was a thing to do, apparently, where to show great respect. So honestly, we're following in the footsteps of the greats here. Because what you would do, I think normally you'd look at the person's painting and you draw your interpretation of it. So he took a look at a 1656 drawing by Diego Velázquez. And he recreated it in his style many times. Many times he did this, of this same drawing. He was obsessed with this painting. And so he's like, I'm going to make a bunch of versions of it. I've picked a particularly interesting one of them. And it's called, well, in Spanish, it's Las Meninas, which is the maids of honor.
Okay.
The maids in waiting, the ladies at the wedding who were up front in fancy dresses but aren't getting married that day.
Yeah.
They're.
Yeah. So
I think that's what this is.
So this is multiple women. That's what is in the drawing.
Yes, there are. I'm almost tempted to show you the original drawing because it won't help.
How many women am I drawing?
There are. Hang on, it's a Picasso, so no, there are three of them. Three,
and this is a Picasso.
Lovely ladies.
This is.
Oh, it's very Picasso-esque.
Okay.
There can be no doubt.
Are they wearing dresses, fancy dresses?
Such questions you ask.
Okay, and then okay, I'll just start.
Okay,
I'm drawing three women.
There are three of them.
Is there a scene, or is
I believe
with his? It's you can't always tell.
Yeah, they're just kind of sitting in a room.
And
I use the word room very.
Maybe they're getting ready for the wedding.
Maybe. That is possible.
Okay, we'll just start.
It's hard because you look up the name of this drawing and it's he made a bunch of drawings with this same title.
We'll do nose first.
Because he was his cubist form. So when I say that they are women, maybe there's so many weird versions of it. I'm settling on this one because it's the worst. Or is it? I don't. So, okay, so I'll tell you this. One of them has... One of them has a head shaped like an oval.
An oval? I assumed we would be
No.
cubist.
The one you've drawn so far is on brand.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that he used a circle. of any like a curved line like Picasso.
He did this many times, remember? He didn't always stick with the same. Sometimes you're like, are there women in the drawing? Other times they are all okay. So like, yeah, the one we're looking at today, one's circular. Man, there's so many bad versions of this. Like he did though.
Mm-hmm.
Some have 4 women. Some have. Oh, is that a 5th? How many are supposed to be in this painting? I think it's 3. And they're just like in a room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's a dog in the room
okay.
with them.
This is a chair, not.
They have straight hair. Ooh. It's so interesting in a terrible, terrible way seeing how many times he did this painting and like what he did differently each time. All of them could be done by a kindergartner. Not by us, but a kindergartner.
Right.
You know, like just... She is lovely.
Yeah, like
makes you wonder, why is she not married? Because
you sometimes just don't understand.
Does she have 3 legs?
No, there's a chair.
Oh, so she has 1 leg.
Yeah, but it's like,
dude, this is art.
Like I'm trying to be in the
this is
Picasso.
very. I'm very disappointed in you. Very, very
oval head.
Mm-hmm. She has like a very pointed nose that's connected, or maybe it's like her eyebrows become her nose. If that makes sense. She got 2 eyes though. Dude, you could sell this as a Picasso. Like, you know, we've discovered another one of the you know, the maidens, the maids. What did I say? I don't know. People would be like, oh, ooh, ah. And then, you know, haha, we gotcha. Art snobs. Oh, what is that on her head? She looks like Princess
It's
Amidala.
Presumably maybe hair. It's hard to tell in a Picasso drawing.
Isn't that the truth? You know, when I say that there were 3 women, one of them is bald. This lady was supposed to. I mean, okay, so she's bald on the top.
Bald on the top.
Yeah, her hair comes out from behind, like you see it behind her head, but if you just look straight on, there's no hair on the front of the head. Interesting. 2 of them have pupils, one of them does not. And this dog is like, we're terrible at drawing horses and dogs and really anything with 4 legs, but apparently so is Picasso. So, you know,
yeah.
Hope for fame and fortune. Isn't it weird to you that, you know, there's artists like Picasso that were so famous, but they never opened a hotel?
Yeah, that is weird. Like there is no Picasso
what's the dream?
hotel. Like, what's the point of being famous?
Yeah, if you can just throw some paint on paper and they give you
I'll
money.
Just, for homage sake, this 3rd lady will be the bald one.
Leave room for the dog.
Yeah, that'll be a dog.
I will tell you, I think, okay, don't quote me on this, I think she's standing.
Okay.
Although all of them could be floating in this particular rendition.
Yeah, so she'll be bald on top, presumably, if this is even hair.
Aww. Oh, the nose on her. You know, most people don't say that, you know. They're just like, man, look at the body on her, you know. She's a babe. She's like an ugly elephant. She has a trunk. Dude, this is you are Are you sure we're not related to Picasso? I know, great grandpappy Van Gogh. We got his blood running through our veins, but I think a distant relative might have married a Picasso man. A woman, like a dude. You are so good at Picasso art, which is a terrible anti-compliment. But she is 100% an elephant with a monocle. Like, I can't get over how bad she looks. She has a trunk. Why did you draw her with a trunk?
Some of his women have trunks.
I think the other lady has a trunk too. The first lady. It's going up.
Exists.
It's like
unless this is the nose.
It's like a water spout.
Like, are you sure that's the nose and this isn't the nose?
I don't know.
Maybe that's the mouth.
That person looks like their two faces merging.
Yeah, but that's Picasso for you. That's Picasso
There's
for
this
you.
theme.
Yeah, that's Picasso.
And that
for you.
one on the right is just like a drunk elephant lady with a monocle.
That's Picasso for you.
It is the interestingest thing.
Okay, now
I don't want to say that Picasso's women are more beautiful than yours, but they are 100%. Like his ladies look like, people would be like, they're really weird looking ladies, but they're those are the maidens, Yours, on the other hand, you're drawing the dog that direction. Just real long. Imagine your dog walks in like that. Don't give him pupils. Some of the people in this drawing don't have pupils, and I think, unless he needs, I don't know. You're the artist here, man. This is bad for us, Like, this is not a good exercise in art. We do this as a form of righteous mockery towards the artists of old, not as something to imitate. This is not nose first style. This is no water spout nose like, style.
This is like,
she has a water spigot like for a nose.
Cubist.
It's like a cubist nightmare. Everything Picasso did was like.
What is this called? Women.
It's called what did I say? The Maids of Honor.
Maids
or
of Honor.
Las Meninas.
The Maids of Honor.
I think that's what we're gonna translate it as. Yeah, it's like. I think it's also known as the Maids of Honor. Yeah, it's just the Maids of Honor, or the Ladies in Waiting. Oh, the artist he copied isn't even good. I have a hard. I'm not looking at your painting drawing right now, but I have a hard time looking back at it.
Yep. So this is it. This is the Maids of Honor.
What I didn't tell you is that he painted them. Obviously, we're not going to do this for moral reasons, but he painted one in red, one in blue, one in green.
Oh, okay.
Like the three fairies from, vaguely like the fairies from Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
This is the Maids. And again, he did so many of these, the Maids of Honor, like based on the original drawing from the 1600s.
Right.
This is the one we're looking at today, though.
Oh. Oh.
Look at that dog.
Yeah.
I only know it's a dog because it said somewhere online that it was a dog.
That is not the same thing that I drew.
He does have that whole thing that we do, though, where like you can see all four legs of the dog from the side.
Yep.
So that's inspiring.
Yep.
And a terrible.
Yep.
Yeah, look at those noses. See the one whose eyebrow. Look at the one in blue whose eyebrows are her nose.
One of them is very cube.
Yeah, no, I told you there was one.
But that's actually surprising for him that those faces look like faces.
Their bodies are all quite cubist, though.
Right? Yeah, but the faces look like faces.
Oh, trust me.
This
was
surprising.
just one of many.
That's surprising for
one of
Picasso.
many of his versions of this painting. It's funny because some of them are like similar to this one, and some of them are Nothing like it.
Was this just was there a time period where all he did was draw these? Oh, like that's weird.
See, it's like the same drawing, but
Yeah, but it's like was there a time period where all he did was draw this, or it's like did he go back to this a lot?
from the website I was reading, it's like there was a year
Where
where every few months he did another one of these. I mean, honestly, how long do you think it took Picasso to do like a painting? Like 15 minutes? It couldn't have taken much longer than like you got to switch paint colors, I guess, if you're him. But
yeah, but if you just have like 3 brushes,
yeah, right. Like you,
plus he was before the colorization of everything. He was pre-colorization.
yeah, but he knew. He knew what he was doing. He knew that one day. No, he was like the 1960s.
Oh yeah, that wasn't pre-color.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
I mean, it's around the time of
Some
color.
of those artists just had the foreknowledge to know that one day color was going to be introduced, and they embraced it. Unfortunately, others, breaking your microphone. Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good job.
Okay. Well, I should save this drawing, and then you can draw.
Oh, can I? It was 58 paintings he did. In 1957, he did 58 paintings with this title.
That's a lot,
isn't it?
especially for 1 year.
Yeah, 58. It's like more than one a week. Yeah, because it's 52. I was like checking my math there. Okay, I don't understand the Wikipedia page about this. It just says, this is a very extensive survey work which consists of 45 performances of the original picture, 9 scenes of a dove, and 3 landscapes, and a portrait of Jacqueline. Just like, what is that? Just like what he did in that year, maybe? I don't know. We do 52 drawings a year.
Yeah.
You know, we're right up there with Picasso.
And potentially more if we ever do
I bet
extra drawings, or if we
I bet
go
Picasso
on a road trip and draw 3 things or whatever.
That's true. I bet Picasso never did an Easter animation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, he never did an Easter animation.
We got him beat there. So I picked someone who is a better artist than Picasso. I mean, it would be hard to find.
It's a long list.
It'd be hard to find someone who's worse, but he's also less famous.
You think one day people will do this with our art? I'll be like,
I thought people already did.
oh, maybe they do. Maybe there's another art channel on YouTube that's like, I'm gonna give you a super artist drawing, and then they draw it and it looks absolutely nothing like ours because that's just how our art works.
So this art comes from a guy named. So this is an Indian name, so I will pronounce it wrong. Baran Ejlals.
Oh.
It's
What?
spelled Baaraan Ijlal. That's the guy.
That can't be a name.
That's what it says his name is.
Mm-hmm.
The name of the art is called First Came the Fluttering of Wings in My Ears.
Oh, man. Okay, I have no reference, first of all. You were like, Picasso, I got this. Picasso style.
Yeah.
You can't even spell. Like, it's not even that you can't say this guy's name. You couldn't. It was a struggle to spell his name.
Right.
Can I get, like, a reference, at least, of, like, what his art style is? Or is that, like, not allowed?
Let me look up.
I would Google it myself, but I have no clue
you would
how
probably
to spell
find
it.
this painting.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh, it's a girl.
Oh, where's she from?
India.
Oh, she's from India.
Yeah.
I'll just channel all those artists from India that I know.
Okay. Yeah. So here's some paintings.
Is that her?
Yeah. And then here's some painting. Like they're fairly normal paintings.
Look at those.
Most of her paintings are fairly normal.
What's the name of this again?
You know, here's one of her.
Oh, it's so detailed.
I'll have to look closer before I decide if we can share this picture. Because
people have like keys as heads. I think those ones are birds. This is like a nightmare. So just gotta. What are those? Angels with carrot wings in that drawing.
Yeah.
I think we can show it. Other than the nightmares it will.
Yeah, I didn't like zoom in to see if
there's
if there's any inappropriate.
I don't
people.
recommend ever Googling Picasso paintings, by the way, because it was like, can't show that one, can't show that one online. We're Christians, would never, I shouldn't even be looking at that one. And then you look at one for a while and you're like, oh my gosh, that's what I'm looking at. Mm-hmm. Please, Lord, forgive my eyes, you know?
Yeah.
Picasso had a weird way of like drawing inappropriate things in a way where you didn't really know they were inappropriate. Like, you know, sometimes, you know, you see something, you're like, oh, avert your eyes, you know? Picasso drawings, you're like staring at it and you're like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't even be looking at this after like, you know, like 6 hours of understanding whoa, that's what that cube is. Oh dear. You know?
Yeah. So here's
so I have no clue how to draw art as detailed as she did.
Here's essentially what this drawing is though. There's one of those guys, you know, you saw the the drawing.
What guys? The key-headed guys, the bird-headed guys, or the carrot-winged guys?
Yeah, the key.
Okay.
It's like a stick guy looking through a window.
Yeah, see, mine was real simple. There's 3 ladies sitting in a room with a dog.
So he's like
looking through a window.
Yeah, he's like on a cloud. He has a telescope looking into a window.
This is so complicated.
In the window, there's like a humanoid bird.
What happens in India?
I think she might be. Is it out of a purse or is it like a mail? Like, is she delivering a letter? The bird.
The bird. So
the one
looking through a window.
Yeah. No, yeah. So the guy's looking through the window. Oh yeah, no one's fluttering.
Okay. What is the title again?
I'm
gonna get exhausted just reading the title.
First came the fluttering of the wings in my ears.
Okay.
But like it's a bird, it's a humanoid bird person thing.
Does it have ears?
Oh no. It's a bird.
Does the key-headed person have ears?
Well, of course not. Does it have a head? There's also like through the window also there's like a town.
That's the thing with that drawing you showed me. It's so complex.
The bird person is the main subject of the
This
image.
is like trying to describe a dream after you've woken up. It's like there was a key-headed person and they were on a cloud.
Yeah.
And they had a telescope and they were looking through a window at a thing. And there was I don't even know everything you've said. There's so much. I didn't take notes.
Yeah, it's like a humanoid bird person.
Yes,
that's the main focus. The humanoid bird person.
I see.
That's the main. That like if you only drew that, you would practically have drawn this drawing.
Oh, see, I was going to focus on the cloud.
Yeah, the key cloud guy.
What else is in this house with the? I'm assuming it's a house. Through the window.
Oh no, nothing. Nothing else. It's.
What's behind?
What's void? In fact, calling it a window is wrong because there is no window frame. It's more like a portal to another dimension.
Oh, come on! But it's just, every time I try to picture this in my mind's eye, I just can't.
Yeah, it's just,
I can't wrap my head around this thing.
It's quite simple.
No, mine was simple. 3 ladies in a room with a dog.
Yeah, no, this is simple. Humanoid bird person, maybe delivering a letter.
It's like you picked the most complicated thing you could.
No, it's real simple. Once you see it, you'll be like,
what's the humanoid bird look like?
It looks like a bird.
Okay, I want everyone at home to pause the video, pull out a piece of paper, and attempt this on their own. Now that we're all clear on what we're drawing.
Yeah, just draw your humanoid bird person. Okay, draw a humanoid bird person.
Yeah.
Behind them.
Yes.
Where perhaps a window could be. There is just more stuff. There's a cloud, person looking through it.
The person looking through it is behind.
Like a town.
Where's the person where's the key person?
Yeah, they're on the cloud.
In the background?
In the background. So directly behind the bird person, black void. Just over her shoulder.
This is why so many artists throughout history have gone crazy. You know, it's not that they were crazy and they created art. They're like, I'm going to make art. And then they looked at it and they're like, now I'm crazy. And then they just kept doing it.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah. So, you know,
I'm glad at least I got to look for 2.5 seconds at one of this other lady's drawings because now I'm just so clear on her artistic. The window with the portal and the cloud and the what else is behind her? Like an orchestra?
Oh, like a town. There's a clown.
Is the bird a woman or a man?
It's a woman, most likely.
You could okay. Well,
They're
there's
wearing a dress.
oh, it's wearing clothes.
Yeah.
Wasn't gonna draw that. Not that I was gonna draw naked. I was just gonna draw the void of anatomy.
Yeah, that's fine. You do that. Like I don't want to like tell you everything. I want to see what you like. I just want you to be inspired.
I'm not. Oh, in a dress. Dang. I forgot about the dress.
So, what is this?
The bird. This is the bird lady.
What part? Like, I assumed that was originally the beak, but...
It is the beak. Oh. Now I have to put a dress on her somehow. Elegant dress.
the like see-through
it's
apron.
I'll color it in, don't worry. It might hurt because the black dress will blend into the black void behind her, but it's just what you got to do sometimes.
Mm-hmm. In the void, there are letters.
Stop describing things. Stop.
In the void, there is
too much.
Words.
There's too much. Even if I was taking notes, I would have given up by now.
In the void, there are the words. First came the fluttering of wings in my ears.
There are words?
In the void. It's just, it's like the name of the drawing, the title.
But they worked it into the drawing. That's good. That's like what we do sometimes. It's amazing. The more we learn about famous artists, the more we are just like them.
The letter, whatever she's delivering, has words on it too. It says file number _.
So this person's insane.
Or a secret agent that's being spied on by one of those key-headed persons.
Now she's clothed. Oh shoot, now I have to draw a whole nother portion of the dress. There's two ways you can tell if it's a woman. One, curves. Second one, dresses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one,
does it have eyes?
Tell it's a woman because it's a bird with eyes. It has eyes. It's a bird. Birds have eyes.
Feathers?
I wouldn't. No. These aren't feathers. They're too.
Look at that. Okay.
Like, it looks more like hair than feathers, honestly.
Yep, there we go. Got hair. In the background, there's a cloud.
Yeah.
And on it is a key person.
Yeah. Or like a stick person. Maybe a lockpick person. I think the bird lady knows that she's being watched.
I love how you're like learning things about this woman.
Yeah, but it's like how you drew it. Like she might be looking at him, but like, can you really tell where a bird's looking?
I've never been able to.
You chose to draw clothes on the key person.
That's because I'm a decent man. What's he doing again?
He has like a magnify, like a spyglass.
Oh, he's looking this way, or maybe he's
like spying at the bird person through the window. I mean, he might not be looking at her. He might just be looking somewhere else randomly. Like, it's hard to tell.
Does he have eyes?
No. Like, you've drawn way more details
oh gosh,
than he has in this
now
drawing.
There's a portal.
But like he's like in the portal. But again, it's like a very rectangular portal. Like, it's just there's void and then there's this.
Yep. Something.
And then
She has a letter.
There's like a town.
Okay,
Yeah,
I need to hear everything you've said again.
Okay.
Something about a letter.
Yeah, like she has what might be a purse or satchel or something, and in it there is that letter thing that says file number underscore.
There's a satchel.
Plus file no
How can you
underscore.
tell that there's something in the satchel? Is it see-through?
Yeah, no, it's like sticking out a little bit, like just a little bit, just enough that you can almost see the full words file number.
It says file for all of you at home. And for
Yep.
me.
Yep, and then like under the cloud, there's like a little. There's like you only see like a couple houses, but it's like presumably a
I
town.
cannot understand this drawing.
No, you'll once you see it, you'll be like, Benz, you just described that, man.
Oh, that's encouraging. There's houses?
Yeah, it's like a little town. Like there's people in the distance, like you can barely tell. But it's like this guy, he's like a shadow of a guy. I think he might be wearing a cowboy hat.
Oh my gosh, I can't draw a cowboy
This
hat
guy?
at this distance.
Is this that evil guy from Dune?
Oh my goodness. Okay, I need to know more about everything.
Is that
Anything more going on
a
with her?
father and his sons dancing in the streets?
How much do you have to zoom in on this drawing? Like, father,
Right, yeah, like this is
son, and it dance marks.
yeah, like that's
Okay. Still have no idea what's
the
going
rest of the rest is void.
This is all just void over here.
Yeah, it's
But
all void.
isn't there words in the void?
Yeah, there's words in the void that says.
Okay.
First
Wait,
came
hang
the
on.
fluttering.
Anything
of
else going on
wings
with this
in my
woman?
ears. No,
No.
no.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, what else is going on? I feel like you described so much. I feel like I'm missing 50%.
No, I think you've drawn more than there is in this drawing.
That's unfortunate. Okay, what about
The words.
what's the title again?
First came the fluttering of wings in my ears, and that's just written in the void. Yeah, like if anyone saw your drawing here, they'd be like, "You just Picasso'd this artist."
First came the fluttering of wings.
Of wings in my ears.
This is the title, as everybody knows. Okay. I'm going to add something. What else? Okay. Anything else up in the void? Weird rectangular portal?
No, you drew the whole drawing.
That's unfortunate. Okay. I need to add something now for my own sake. Okay. Okay.
Oh, ears and fluttering. You weren't there
In the field. If you've never seen a video called Butterfly Man,
The dark net.
The Dark Net. Butterfly Man, The Dark Net. It was a video on before YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It was on, I don't know where it was before YouTube, stupidvideos.com or something. I'm sure if you Google it or put it on YouTube now, but it was like a weird 20-year-old spoof on the Batman movies.
Yeah, it was a spoof. It was like when The Dark Knight was coming out, and it was a spoof on that.
This is my dark void.
But you don't want to like fully color in
Except for the words.
the whole thing.
I did not.
She also signed it. Like she wrote her first name and then her last name is like No, I think she wrote her first name and then put a slash and then wrote it in Indian again.
I don't know any of the Indian languages. I can't do that.
Yeah, like I don't know which language it is. Actually. But it looks like. See, it looks like scribbles.
Oh, okay. You're showing me just the signature now.
Yeah, just a signature.
Isaac slash.
Yeah, just like hers.
Yeah. It's not a language.
Yeah.
I'm certain of that. Okay, what else is in the town? What about this town? You got anything else for the town for me? I feel like I'm just gonna look at it and be like, man, I missed 100,000
There's
things.
like a lady.
It's such an interesting thing that you keep discovering things in this painting.
What is this?
I don't know.
Is she like laying down? Is that a person at all? The other thing is like there's people in here. They're like not farther away or closer than other people, but they're just different sizes. Like there's someone looking down the balcony at the father and sons like dancing potentially, but it's like they're so much smaller than the father. But it's like the house balcony that they're in doesn't seem like it's that much farther away. And then there's like a person. I can't tell.
Man, this town's real complicated in the portal. I think I have to end it here though. Let's see this thing. Let's see. First came the fluttering of wings in my ear.
This is what it looks like.
Oh, it's so much weirder than I thought, and she's so much closer. I thought it was the whole body.
No, it wasn't the whole body.
You're right. That dude in the clouds is so minor. The town looked. You're right. There's so much less to this. You described so much, and this is. Yeah, she's totally a woman, man. Look at that
dress. The pink dress she's wearing. With frills.
It's not like a dark void. I think it's just inside her house.
Right, but like you would expect a window seal or something. Like there isn't anything.
I think she's just peeking out from behind a building. A building that's painted black.
Maybe, but then why is there black under the...
Okay. I want people at home to know that I've seen a bird. I understand that what I drew is not. Mine's basically like a pointy candy cane with arms.
Yeah, when you drew that
the
shape,
first painting of hers you showed me looked like her.
Yeah, no, I understood why you're doing it.
Yeah,
because I showed you a couple drawings.
I was going for how our weird artistic people work.
Like this drawing that I picked of hers, I was like, oh, that's a weird drawing. But when I looked up the other drawings to show you what her style looked like, I'm like, oh, this was a normal drawing.
This is way more normal.
This is her most normal drawing.
So, like, I like how you said I Pablo Picasso'd her drawing. I took it and I was like, I'm going to draw it in my style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It looks nothing like the real one, really.
It doesn't. But it's like, it has the elements.
It has some of the elements. Such a weird... Like, the nightmares we're going to have tonight from looking at these are not to be envied, There's something about looking at quote-unquote real art.
Yeah. But then our
interpretations
of them...
I don't know. They worry me just as much. Man, can you imagine people who go to museums? They must have nightmares constantly. They're just in there all day looking at weird colored art.
Can't imagine. That's why we need
with all those pigments and
we need to have a
shades of the rainbow
museum.
I'm telling you, man. The sooner we become as famous as these artists, the better. We'll open up the hotel.
Yep.
Like we'll put not paintings. Forgive me. We'll put drawings in every hotel room. And you won't have nightmares. You'll have questions and concerns, but you won't have nightmares.
You might not sleep well, but it won't be because of nightmares.
No, it'll be because you're just so confused.
Yeah.
You'll be like, I got a lot on my mind. It's not bad necessarily. It doesn't frighten me. there's not vague quotes about fluttering, but like there are like saggy butt horses and things
and
that
you just have to wonder like what kind of person.
Yeah,
but you'll be in our hotel, so it's like you'll know what kind of person.
You'll be staying there. Nobody just stumbles upon the Two Poor Artists Hotel in the middle of the night.
And just before you're going to bed, we will have, what did we say we would do? Zip line in.
Oh yeah, the performance. The performance.
Like you'll know who drew it and why.
Yeah, and then that'll frighten you even more. We'll make sure there's double locks on the doors and windows, so you're like,
you'll be asking yourself, why did my friends book me into this hotel?
Oh, like, why am I here? How did I get here? Just woke up in my friend's car. We were here. Now there's artists ziplining in. And...
Like, this is the hotel we want to go to.
I will say, I pity the person who stays in the room where these two drawings from today hang.
Right.
Because these are the weirder ones. Because we're trying to copy other weird artists.
Yeah.
Not poor artists. They're weird artists. Not even artists, really. As far as I know, we're the only two artists. Us and Lincoln.
Right.
Us and Lincoln.
I think some of our fans have joined.
Like we've inspired a few select poor artists. I feel like I need a shower from my mind. I need to scrub it out with soap. It's just there's been too much weirdness for one afternoon, and now we've shared it with you, the good people of the internet.
We know you're enjoying it.
Please don't go to sleep until you've looked at something else.
Yeah, go look at something good.
Something good, something wholesome. Not us copying unwholesome art.
Yeah. Like maybe you could go watch one of our other videos. Like not
the Easter animation. No. None of those.
Maybe the first one.
Maybe, but the arms and that.
Yeah, like it was weird.
Yeah,
and
but
bad,
it's not.
But like it wasn't painful. It wasn't horrifying.
Uh-uh.
It wasn't uncomfortable.
True. Well, sort of true. But yeah, this is us taking art, making it our own, Pablo Picassoing it. New verb. You could try it out at home.
It doesn't mean what you think it means.
No, it doesn't.
It means thinking someone's hard and making it worse.
Yeah. Doesn't even have to be Picasso style, It's a very complicated verb.
Yeah.
Use it sparingly, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.